Today I'm going to share with you a method for starting seeds that could change your life, as it did for me. With this method, your seeds will germinate faster and more of your seeds will germinate because of it. And make sure to stay to the end for which seeds are best started using this method. And so now it's time to check in on them. We start with the peppers first. Here we go. Oh, there's already a pepper seed germinated. And another one. And a third one is actually 3 germinated. And to start your seeds, you're going to need 2 things. You're going to need some Ziploc bag, and you'll also need some paper towel. For me, I'm going to be starting some jalapeno peppers. So with my peppers, I'm going to take a few of the seeds, and with my seeds is where I'm going to show you a trick. With your pepper seeds, because they take 2 weeks to germinate, at the very tip where there is the pointy end, you'll want to cut a very thin layer of the tiny part off, just like that. I'll do it again with the second seed, so you can see it. Where the tiny part is, we're going to take a teeny bit off from the pointy end. You don't want to take too much, otherwise you could damage the seed. And we could do this because the seed that we see, there's actually a seed on the inside of it. And this is just the shell that we're cutting. When we cut it, it'll make it faster for our pepper to germinate, since water could get in faster. So I'll do the same for the rest of my peppers. And right here is a seed of a great example where the inside of the seed, the shell is already kind of breaking, but on the inside, it's very tiny. You could see an outline for where the actual seed is. And another thing, because the peppers take so long to germinate, I'm going to be doing another step. I'll be putting my peppers into a container with the warmest water that I can get from the pipe for them to soak. As for how long to soak them, you'll want to soak them for about 10 minutes or up to 5 to 6 hours for bigger seeds like squash, beans, or cucumber. After 10 minutes, you want to take a sheet of paper towel and moisten it with a spray bottle. Then drain your seeds from the water, trying not to spill them. Then after, dump your seeds onto the paper towel and spread them out evenly with your hand, giving them enough room for each seed when they germinate in case they grow a little. Once your seeds are spaced out, you want to fold your paper towel over in half and give it a good misting. Then with your Ziploc bag, you want to transfer the paper towel inside. I did the same for my tomato seed. And now with your seeds, you may want to write the date on it, which I already did. And then you'll want to put your seeds somewhere warm is important. And so now our peppers and tomatoes is somewhere warm, and we'll go and check up on it later. And so now it's time to check in on them. We start with the peppers first. Here we go. Oh, there's already a pepper seed germinated. And another one. It was just overnight and a few hours, and it's already starting to sprout. And there's another one over here. And even a third pepper seed sprouted. Normally peppers would take 2 weeks to germinate, but this is just overnight and a few hours. But wow, these peppers germinated in such a short time. We're going to check what happened to our tomatoes. Seemed like none of our tomatoes sprouted yet, but that's still okay. We're just going to pack it back. So after 2 days, I got my pepper and tomato seed, and I also have another pepper that I started a day earlier, and I'm going to now be planting them into some soil with cups. So I'm going to start with my pepper first, and with a cup, we're going to take it and fill it up with soil. This is some nice fine soil mix that I made. With our paper towel, we're gonna open it up. So we're going to take a bamboo skewer or chopsticks. This is what you want to do. And with your pepper seed, you could take it, try put the root side down. When transferring over your seeds from the paper towel into your cup, you just want to be careful, because sometimes if you let it go for too long, the roots could grow into the paper towel. And with some seeds, they're more prone to doing that. So you gotta be careful. And if it was stuck, you could just break it out with the seed connected, if there was, and plant it into the soil with it. There's still 2 pepper seeds left, so I'm gonna close this one and leave it till it germinates. Now this is my next pepper seed from a day earlier I started, and they're germinated, so I'm gonna plant them. Here is my tomatoes. We're gonna check on how they're doing now. Oh, one finally germinated. The other seeds haven't germinated, so we're just going to plant the one tomato into a container. So it's been a week since I planted my peppers and tomatoes in a cup, and a few days ago they finally poked through the soil. I had them under a light and they're growing good now. Now I'm just going to share with you the seeds that you'd want to use this paper towel method on. There's 3 times you'd want to use this method. And the first is if you have seeds that are old and aren't worth starting in soil because they might not germinate and they can end up taking space in pots that you have. So starting those seeds in a paper towel first, it's great for using that method on because then you can just take the seeds that have germinated and plant them afterward, and you don't end up using up a lot of space. The second time I would use this method on is for if you have seeds that are hard to germinate or that you could cut to speed up the germination. Pepper, squash, and watermelon seeds can be cut the tip of it, so you could use this method on them. Cucumbers, although they are similar because they are in the same family, they shouldn't be cut because the seeds are very tiny. But you could still start your cucumbers in the paper towel. Onion is another seed that I would start in paper towel because they are kind of a bit small and they take long to germinate. But what I found from starting it with the paper towel method is that I get close to 100% germination rate. And these are the onion seeds that I started with that method last year. Spinach is another seed that I use for starting with a paper towel. And what I do is I take like a container, and once I have my paper towel, I'll place the seeds with it in a container and into the fridge for a few days. By putting them in the fridge first, it causes the seeds to get a cold snap, and I find I get better germination if I do that in the summer with my spinach seed. The third time I would use the paper towel method on is for if I have really tiny seeds like herbs that are thyme, rosemary, and lavender. Also, I start them in a paper towel and I find I get a better germination than if in soil. And you could use it for more seeds too. So that's it for this video. I hope you learned a lot. If you did, peck that like button and share this video with a friend so they too could get faster germination on their seeds. Goodbye! By the way, I was saying jalapeno, but the correction for how to pronounce it is jalapeno.